Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the St. Cloud State Esports Arena. I am Turney Ernie, alongside my good friend Sage here. Sage, it's early in the season here for the Rocket League boys, and I think we have a barn burner on our hands.
I have to agree. Despite St. Cloud State losing last week, this is pretty much a must-win if they want to get back to 500 and make a real run at the top of the standings.
Yeah, and this is a good chance for St. Cloud to bounce back. They did actually have a match against North Dakota State University last Friday in which North Dakota State had to forfeit. So St. Cloud State, granted this match is in a different league now. This match now in NACE rather than the NECC. But for St. Cloud State, we'll take a quick look at the graphic here for tonight's matchup between the Huskies and the Bison. St. Cloud State, I believe they are 0-1 on the year. They did drop last Monday's match to, I want to say, Kansas State University. And then for North Dakota State, the Bison. The Bison 1-0 on the year in Sage. Let's take a look at the conference standings here.
Yeah, I think the big surprise is St. Cloud State being one of the only teams 0-1 on this graphic, and North Dakota State did win last week, so this is a big matchup to show St. Cloud State that
you speak of that rivalry. It is a bit of a locational rivalry too, with Fargo not that far away here from St. Cloud, so maybe 150 miles or so between the two schools. There is that little bit of regional rivalry, and we'll take a look at the starting lineup for St. Cloud State. It'll be Power. You'll have Straight in there, formerly known as Devin RL999 for those who are viewers last year, and Spooks is making his St. Cloud State debut. Excited to see what he can do. And for the NDSU Bison, you have Swamp Donkey, you'll have Ekrix, and I believe that's going to be Parker. And I believe NDSU is playing with a sub. Swamp Donkey, is one of their captains, but for Ekrix and Parker, I'm not sure what their real starting trio is, but they had a litany of players on their lineup.
Yeah, you gotta play the hand you're dealt.
Exactly. I know they were saying someone had work, and then someone's class got canceled, so it opened up some opportunities. But it kind of comes down to a downside where if you don't have set teammates, you're not going to know everyone's tendencies. And you don't know the play time, the chemistry these guys are going to have compared to what St. Cloud State has with Straight, Power, and Spooks. And we're going to hop right into this one. St. Cloud State in the blue, NDSU in the orange. Here for this first game of a best of 5. Swamp Donkey going to fan on it. Ekrix going to work this one down off the ceiling. Parker right there, bounce shot will get sent away from Power. Spooks going to give it up for a moment. He'll get a bump. Straight will cut in. Off the backboard, no true follow. Both teams really just vying for midfield control at the moment.
Big save from Parker there. That was a very dangerous scoring opportunity.
It was a good rush from the Huskies. They're closing in. Spooks has to circle back to hold the zone. Feed it over to Power. Off the ceiling, uncontested, but the shooter got demoed and Straight. Spooks all by himself. Swamp Donkey just takes a bit too much time trying to be too fancy with it. 60 seconds in. No one's found the back of the net just yet.
Or with a centering pass, Spooks wasn't in the best of positions to capitalize off of that. May have gotten bumped. Big demo there from Parker on Straight. Gives North Dakota State an opportunity, and Spooks shuts the door.
NDSU, they're getting physical, trying to force the opportunities through the Huskies, making the Huskies have to worry about getting bumped, getting demoed, adjust their position. Ekrix, double tap attempt going to get sent away from Spooks. No harm, no foul. Swamp Donkey takes his time here, goes for the flip, reset, has it. Going to find the back net. What a shot from Swamp Donkey. Looks like he was in slow motion.
Yeah, just took a sweet time, made sure everything was lined up, and then just got it past Spooks, who was coming across.
Spooks was coming across, and for Power, he was on the backboard. And for those flippers, that's so hard to read when you're a defender, when you know that other player has that extra flip. Swamp Donkey dribbles Straight's just gonna kick it away. Redirect attempt there. Power gets in front of this one. Huskies stay down by 1. Spooks pops one through. Top shelf gets his first goal of his collegiate career. Spooks forces this one.
I wonder, do they keep the controller like in most other sports when you get your first career milestone, or does that one just go back? I think you might keep the controller off that one.
I think he'll keep it. He's probably been playing with it for a couple of hours. But for Spooks, that's a big goal for the Huskies, tying this one back up. And for St. Cloud, they got to utilize the space they're given. Spooks, button hooks, goes far side, makes it 2-1 for St. Cloud. Quick bounce back for the boys.
Yeah, very quick. That ball looked like it was traveling in slow motion, and it just found its way in behind everyone.
Bit of a worm burner there, as we like to call them, just kind of roll across the grass in front of the net. Huskies in control here, up by 1, still plenty of time left in this game. We'll see if they can extend their lead. Straight trying to work this one around the corner, nothing doing there as Parker has his own ideas. Is cleared downfield, doesn't have any help. St. Cloud will happily take control, try to go the other way with it. I like the disruption from St. Cloud. They're not really trying to get control, they're trying to find the space. The Bison doing a good job of staying in front of the ball here, about halfway through.
Yep, gotta keep possession in order to force St. Cloud to make some mistakes, which they haven't really made so far.
Power trying to go for a ceiling shot, showing off his mechanical ability here. It's an upfield pass. Swamp Donkey connects on it, but it's wide. Follow attempt is there. Power better on the save. Bison caught on the back foot here, caught retreating. Have to be careful. That's a good demo from Power. He gets a bit taste of his own medicine. Straight just being a nuisance. Now, for the Bison, a chance. In their own end, 100 seconds left. They're only down by 1. Still plenty of time. Not out of the woods just yet. Our St. Cloud State. Chance for Ekrix with Spooks. Going to handily put that one over to the corner. Just like that, Spooks back on the ball. Bison closing in. Another demo from Swamp Donkey. But straight. Goal line savior. Straight. Pass 1. And Power puts a shot on. Not a lot on it. Finds the back of the net. Bit taped to Twine. Left all by himself in the high slot. And Sage, that's just what St. Cloud ordered.
Big insurance marker. Now they can make one mistake and still be fine. Be better if they didn't, but now they have a big insurance goal.
That's the thing with the 2-goal lead in Rocket League. It kind of lulls you into a full sense of reality. Because let's say if NDSU does tie it up or get a goal, then it's a 1-goal game. Then you're scrambling once again, where you're not as comfortable. 60 seconds here. St. Cloud State looking to secure game number 1 here. Straight, unable to follow. Ekrix is there. Tries to carry. Power gets a good bump, and Parker gonna clean up. And for Ekrix, able to just take his time, bring the ball into the middle of the field. Power didn't get the best challenge. And Parker's there to help out. I think Ekrix might have had that one covered. But just as I said, you know, Bison get a goal, things get make me a bit nervous here. But for St. Cloud State, they don't have to score here. They can just kind of put the ball on net, cycle it around. They don't have to force the issue here. They can kind of, they don't have to turtle back on defense. But they just can kind of focus upon it. Swamp Donkey off the ceiling. He can't get this reach. Shot on low. Save. Spooks is there. Ekrix up high. No follow attempt. My goodness, Power. Scaring me here as the clock begins to wind down. It's a big 50 from Straight. Final 10 seconds here. When the clock hits 0, ball just has to hit the ground, and St. Cloud State will secure game number 1. Straight off the wall as well, and will hit the ground. St. Cloud State take game number 1. Will go in favor of the good boys, as I like to call them. Spooks almost 600 points, 2 goals on 3 shots, shooting at 66%. You can't complain about that. 8 saves though for St. Cloud State. They're playing a lot of defense.
Yep, you got the best offense is a good defense, and you got to keep the ball out of your net if you want a chance to win. St. Cloud State did it better than North Dakota there. Despite having fewer shots, they made more of them count.
And for NDSU, they had 11 shots on net, which, again, a lot of shots on net. To me, anytime a team could put on 7, 8 shots a game, they're doing something right. But when the other team is saving 8 of them, what kind of quality are your shots? You got to work on that better shot quality, getting the better scoring opportunities. So going into game number 2, St. Cloud State, things are looking well, but for NDSU, they're putting shots on.
Yep.
They just have to dial them in a bit more.
Yep. North Dakota State, despite them losing game 1, they're probably pretty happy with their performance overall, and they can just maybe we'll get a little bit better.
You know, you're able, if they were shut out, it'd be a different story. But, you know, hey, we can put the ball in the back of the net. It's just a matter of doing it more than the other team. So, as the Huskies roll into game number 2, they look to build upon what they have built off of game 1. See if NDSU has changed anything. Spooks, 2 goals in that first game. Swamp Donkey going to intercept this pass, his shot well outside the hash marks. Ackerix, that's a phenomenal feed, and Parker goes bar down and in. And for St. Cloud State, that's just a missed opportunity.
Beautiful shot, right inside the bar.
If you're going to shoot the ball, that's where you want it. Up high, harder to save.
Oh yeah.
For St. Cloud State, they start on the back foot once more. Eckert was happy to put this one in the corner. Power able to slice it. Spooks. Head man pass. Straight gets a good 50. But nothing super dangerous. Power shot low. Spooks trying to force it through 2. That's not going to work out. Oh my god. What?
Ow.
Ladies and gentlemen, so Rocket League is a physics-based game, and this ball was pitched. Parker pitched it just off the wall. And it has so much force behind it, it shoots off into a calculated direction, I should say.
They don't ask how, they ask how many, and right now North Dakota State's up 2-0.
Off of 2 quick goals, St. Cloud State find themselves in a bit of a hole here, but again, still a lot of time in this game. Just got to focus on getting the first one. Straight off the corner, Swamp Donkey gonna put that one away. Straight. Looking to collect this one, tries to play the 50, it's good there.
Big save from Spooks there, going down 3-0 is not great early on.
No, for me, 3-0 is where you kind of start to worry about it, where things really start to begin to get out of hand here. And Swamp Donkey should not be able to just kind of walk it up and around the back wall like that. You have to contest that. St. Cloud State again, still time on the clock, but you got to get this next goal here. Otherwise, to me, you'd be looking for you will be looking forward to game number 3.
Yeah, have to agree. 3-0, it's hard, but it's doable. 4-0. 4-0, you're pretty much done.
At that point, your mentality starts to break down a bit.
Yep.
Parker just going to put that one inside. Spooks will clear this one downfield. We see a lot of dump and chase right now from St. Cloud. Got to see some infield passes, get a bit physical. That's a with power, and we're going to hit on it, but it's not really in a dangerous spot. There's a fan attempt, shot wide, draws 2. Spooks cut it, puts it wide. With power, pardon me. St. Cloud State, they're able to clear, but they got to be able to get the next couple touches on it. As NDSU happy to regroup in their own end here. Half a game left to play. St. Cloud State, they can close in. Haven't been able to finish just yet. Swamp Donkey has a chance here. What's a shot on? Had 3 Huskies right there. Spooks gets demoed. Open net opportunity. Eckrichs over to Swamp Donkey. Was a good look, and I think the offensive juices are finally flowing now for NDSU.
Oh yeah. Finally not worried about the amount of shots, it's more the quality of shots. That one, despite not registering a shot on goal, was a very dangerous scoring opportunity.
Yes, and that's what we asked of them. In the intermission, straight. Gonna cut the deficit down to 2. Just under 2 minutes to play. We asked the Huskies to get the next goal, they do. And now a two-goal deficit is manageable.
Yep.
The light at the end of the tunnel is there. You got one, now you gotta get the next one. Swamp Donkey, cheeky redirect, Power able to cover. Parker dropping that one down, Spooks cuts in at the final moment. Power just doesn't have the boost to control that one. Straight gonna fake. Huskies in an awkward spot, Spooks forced to cover, doesn't get a strong touch off the wall. Parker centers to Eckert, sets it down low. Approaching the final minute of the play here. St. Cloud State closing in. It's a good fake, Power up high. Spooks, he's there, he's gonna get beat by Eckert. It's a big clear for the Bison. Huskies able to put this one over to the corner. Gotta go down to the other end of the field if you're gonna score. It's really hard to score from your own defensive corner.
Oh yeah. Seen one, but those don't come often. And we've had our one for
The chance here, Swamp Donkey. Gonna smartly play that one slow. Straight down off the ceiling. 2 in the corner for St. Cloud. They got to space a bit better. Straight doing a whole lot of nothing with the ball in the corner. Things beginning to become dire straits here for St. Cloud.
I don't give you money for nothing in this sport.
Now, you got to earn each and every goal in here. In game number 2, the clock is begin to wind down. And St. Cloud State will drop this one 4-1 off a final goal from Eckert. A little bit of salt in the wound there. And I think this was calculated. I don't think he really meant to score this one. He just gets an extra touch there through the flip.
Yep. You'd have to agree, was just trying to run the clock out. Flicked it into the net.
And 3 goals in 1 second. Not doable. NDSU takes game number 2. 33 cars bumped for Eckert. Being just a menace out there. And we saw 11 shots from the Bison last game. We see 8 of them here, but this time they get 4 of them to go in.
It's never a good sign when your opponent has more shots than you have goals, because even in the best case scenario, you're still losing. I would like to see St. Cloud go a bit more physical here.
Yes.
With Dakota State's pretty much just had their way physically.
They're able to push St. Cloud around, and St. Cloud isn't fighting back. They got to do that here. And I'm sure head coach Kai is going to give them some words here during this intermission period between games 2 and 3. As we see the players converse amongst themselves here, talk things through.
There were some positives from St. Cloud State that game.
Yes.
That middle part, they were hanging with North Dakota State. They got one, and there were some things that worked. So if you could just put those together, you can definitely go up 2-1 here in game 3.
And it's like, it's not that I don't think they played horribly throughout that, but I don't think they played a full 5 minutes of Rocket League. I think there were times where they were just struggling.
Oh yeah.
And you got to be able to play at a consistent pace. And it starts with controlling that midfield, and I'd like to see them dribble the ball upfield when they have possession of the ball and not just clear it downfield immediately. So game number 3, winner of this will move to match point. Power fakes, works it in the corner. Spook to work around the wall. At this level of Rocket League, just trying to wrap it around the wall, not really going to work out. Going to have to get a bit more creative. Spooks gets this one upfield. I like the touch from straight up. Husky's not able to do a whole lot with it yet. Bison putting on good pressure. It's a fan. Eckert is going to bury, but Power The goal line gladiator. They keep us with a pair of goose eggs on the board. First minute done and dusted. Bison really kind of picking up where they've left off, but they haven't found the scoreboard just yet. So for St. Cloud State, you can't complain about that, but you'd like to get more opportunities of your own.
Yeah, they seem trapped in their own defensive end. Almost straight.
Straight. Almost had that one dialed. Couldn't find it. That's good. Another good touch from straight. Get it out of harm's way. Swamp Donkey gonna cut in, and the Bison just running all over the Huskies right now. Just playing a bit faster.
Yep. Seem to always have the edge there. Out in front, 2 Huskies trapped at the goal line. Tower got a piece, but not enough.
So for St. Cloud State, they led in game number 1. Have not led since. That's a good bump. Eckrich is going to force that one through, and the Bison continue to bully St. Cloud, and it pays off.
Yeah, just another bump, knocking cars out of the way, give scoring opportunities. Got to be physical in that front. St. Cloud State really isn't at the moment.
St. Cloud State, they got to get in the faces of NDSU. But right now, just not doing that. Sidewell, but again, Swamp Donkey right there, happy to collect the ball. Moving back downfield off the backboard. Parker, a good 50. Eckrich right there as well. Howard just looking to force something. Spooks tried to find straight, but pass was a little behind him. Another Swamp Donkey center. The Bison just putting St. Cloud in a spin cycle right now. That's a great heads-up pass off the crossbar, off the ground. Crossbar again. Swamp Donkey will finish. And the Huskies just cannot get a break here in game number 3.
Just sat on the goal line for the longest time. Eventually Swamp Donkey was just able to find it and just nudge it over the line.
If you're not going to touch that ball, Swamp Donkey happily will bury it. 3-0 now, St. Cloud. A bit of a scoring drought. Had 3 goals in game 1, 1 in game 2. Struggling once more to find the back of the net here in game 3. Offensive demo for the Bison will open up some space on the attack. Spooks is 50, gonna go backwards. Power not a lot of boost to work with. Huskies just caught flat-footed off the post. They get a break. Eckrich up high. And to go off the backboard, 2 Huskies will cut in. And right now, St. Cloud State just pinned to their own backboard.
Yep, just can't find any space and just really struggling to get the ball away from their own net.
No boost to work with, has to get a touch. He does, still in the middle. Eckrich happy to half rotate. Devin low on boost and can't find this one. It's 4-0 for North Dakota State.
Eckrich just fires and Stratus just missed, getting it clear.
And for St. Cloud, they're just being strangled right now.
Yeah, they're just
no space to breathe, no room to work with. They're going to be a kickoff goal. And for the Bison, they might have been napping at the wheel in game number 1, but man, have they woken up. As they've scored 9 in the last 2 games.
Hat trick for Eckrich there. Need to find some positive from this game to carry into game 4.
I mean, it's hard to find positive when you've been playing defense the whole game.
Yeah.
There's just not a lot you can work with. Huskies a good opportunity, but it's not going to come to fruition. And the pinches and the control right now for NDSU, just killer. Swamp Donkey going to get another. That's his hat trick. He's shooting 100% 3 for 3. The St. Cloud State, they might have just gone all in to try to find one. We're unable to get it. So now for St. Cloud State, this one's kind of turned into a bit of a boat race. You're down 6. I think at this point you mentally check out of this game and you start talking about the next game, what you have to do differently because your backs will be up against the wall. Down 2-1 in the series. Parker's touch is going to go backward, but there's not a Husky there. Too much space given by St. Cloud for the Bison to work with. Okay. Clock begins to wind down. Swamp Donkey looking for a 4th, isn't going to find it. Huskies one final rush to find the port pass. Shot off the mark, and St. Cloud State get shut out in game number 3, and it wasn't even close from the start.
Yeah, like the first minute, you could, even though it was scoreless, you could just tell North Dakota State just had it under control from the first kickoff to the final horn.
As a team, the Bison shot over 50%, and that's unacceptable.
And St. Cloud 0 shots on goal for the entire team.
And at that point, it's like you got to work on breaking out, because when the NDSU is in your face for a full 5 minutes, something's got to change, because you can't win games like that.
You need something. You need something to build off of, and now or never. Game 4, trying to force a game 5.
Game 4 backs up against the wall, or see how things go here. Head coach Kai talking to his trio once more. Left to right, you got Spooks straight in the middle, and then Power onto the far right. See Spooks flash a smile. So the vibes are good, which is a good sign. You know,
it's one thing you can take from a blowout. They still have their spirit, as shown by that picture.
The mentality is still good. You know, they're not all sulking. You know, I assume they're still communicating.
Yep.
So going into game 4, communication is key. St. Cloud, you got to walk before you can run. And it all starts with just being able to break out of your own end. Redirect in front. Still in the scary spot. Spooks off his own post. Going to clear this one away. Straight. Not a lot of boost to work with. Spooks trying to wrap the one around the wall, but again, NDSU happy to clear that one. 2 in the corner for the Bison. Power. Trying to chase this one downfield. Bit of a card change. Power. Eckrich, touch up high. Bit of an awkward spot for both teams. Parker off the backboard. Straight having to put into the corner. Not the touch he wants. Still in the crease. Spooks touches the way. And man, the Bison just circling like sharks right now. Huskies struggle to break out. Swamp Donkey looking for a double touch. And Parker's going to bury that one as a Husky player disrupted its own clear. At least 7 unanswered goals now by North Dakota State. Huskies, bright side, there's still time, but you got to be able to break out.
Yep.
We got to see something different. Spooks, air carry. Eckrich had that one covered. Swamp Donkey passed one, try to cuts inside 2. Parker able to disrupt the head pass. Shot on Eckrich, top shelf, where mom hides the cookies. It's 2-0 for the Bison.
Again.
And right now, Bison have all the cookies and they're not sharing.
Yep. Couldn't get a clear, and then just a lost 50-50 started from couldn't get it anywhere close to the Bison goal, and then just when you lose a 50-50 like that, that'll end in your own net.
Huskies got in each other's way, but bit of a dangerous spot here. Bison, cool, calm, and collected. Get it out of harm's way. Chance for St. Cloud. Power pops this one up high. Gets the double tap. He finds it. Power finally muscles his way through. Huskies on the board.
There, that's a play you're looking for. Now you can build off of that momentum. Beautiful double tap.
You're able to swing some momentum back your way. Huskies, you got to get this next goal. You don't want to go back down by 2
Yeah, you can't.
here.
Yeah, you get it back to even, then you'll have all the momentum.
Power going to get bumped here. And then he'll get demoed. Bit of a short power play here. Swamp Donkey feasts an open net, but he didn't get straight. So straight able to clear that one away. And for the Bison, they're just playing 1,000,000 miles an hour at the speed of light. Huskies just can't keep up. And Huskies back down by 2 here. Here in game number 4.
All the momentum from the double tap now goes right back to the Bison.
Just as you felt you strong-armed a little bit of momentum back in your favor, Bison rip it away. Say, we're not sharing. Spook's unable to find anything along the sidewall. The demos from St. Cloud State, or the St. Cloud State being demoed, I should say, is just been the biggest struggle. I think this is the most they've been demoed ever in a match.
Yeah, I'd have to agree.
In program history, that might be a stat I have to begin tracking. Another demo from Parker. He's just having a field day out here. Power no boost to work with. Swamp Donkey shot on. Clear upfield. Parker able to disrupt to the corner. Huskies got to find some open space. Power pops, but Swamp Donkey right there.
All started from a bump in the corner. That's what St. Cloud has to start doing. They have to start winning more physical battles.
Got to win your one-on-ones along the board, up in the air, on the ground. This one over, just straight. Doesn't get all on it. Equix able to put it over into the corner into a bit of safety. Now we see St. Cloud State beginning to close. Good chance here for Power. Gets a bump off the post, trying to clean up. Spooks goes off the other post. St. Cloud State, they're knocking on the door but can't bust through. What could be the final 60 begin to tick away here. Game number 4, St. Cloud State need 2 to tie the Force OT to have a chance of winning game number 4 here. Parker just trying to waste more time off the clock, forcing the Huskies to go the full length of the pitch. Straight, looking to carry this one, pass one. But the Bison defense strong. They cover this one again. Huskies all-out push here needs to be made. Swamp Donkey happy to just be a nuisance. Final 20.
Got to get one soon, or else
You got to get one to at least have a chance at a 0-second goal. Centering attempt. Swamp Donkey just patient enough to put that one away. And as the clock begins to wind down, the Bison, they stampede here on DFH, and they'll take the series 3-1 here over St. Cloud State.
St. Cloud getting one here. It won't get you to win. It might get you something to look for, and you got to work and get more physical, I think, for their next match.
Something to build off of. And that's going to do it here. The NDSU Bison 3-1 St. Cloud State here. Huskies took game 1, but dominated games 2, 3, and 4. And a real team effort here from NDSU. Eckrick, Swamp Donkey, and Parker all finding the back of the net. St. Cloud State, it is just power. And for St. Cloud State, it was just tough.
Yep.
It was just tough going. You just could not break out on defense. And when you're trapped on defense, you're not scoring. You said it earlier in game one. The best defense is a good offense, and for NDSU, they didn't really feel like they had to play defense at all
Yeah,
that series.
I think there was only like a little bit in game one, or actually mostly in game one, and then a little in game four. Those were the only times they were on the defense.
From there, after game one, it just felt like the flip script, where St. Cloud State, they were really on offense the entirely of game one, and then the rest of the series, they're on the back foot. They're pinned along their own backboard, stuck on their own goal line, and just getting peppered with shots and demos. And it was just that was not a fun series of Rocket League to play.
No, it wasn't. Games 2 and 3 were just depressing. They just kept getting ran over, both figuratively and literally, just constantly. And they couldn't get boost. They would use it all in one flurry rush, and then North Dakota would just follow up on it.
Sometimes it's just the way the taco tumbles here in Rocket League. Sometimes series go your way, sometimes they don't. This Monday go-around just did not go into the Huskies' favor. Ladies and gentlemen, that'll conclude our Rocket League broadcast here. I've been Turney Ernie. This has been my good friend Sage. And we will see you next week for more St. Cloud State Rocket League action. Have a good night, everybody.